Hi, my name's Greg. I'm going to be taking a trip from New York State through Newfoundland to get to Fortune in Newfoundland, which is the stepping off point to a French territory called Saint Pierre. That's one of an island archipelago in the North Atlantic that's governed by France. The currency is the euro. And in order to get there, I'm going to be making a long drive and making several stops back and forth. And I'm going to document this and put that in a vlog and put it up on YouTube. So hopefully it'll be entertaining. My goal is to talk my way through this. Previous videos, I just put the video up basically as a way of remembering a trip. But now I'm going to put some of my thoughts in the video so that I can remember that for later as well.
The issue with any electric car making this trip is getting it charged. Now, as a Tesla owner, I've always had an advantage using the Tesla supercharger network because if you go on a site like PlugShare, it'll string together a route for you that will mostly cover Tesla superchargers, and you'll know that they're always there and they're always working. The issue with this trip is you can't make it the whole way on Tesla superchargers. So not on PlugShare, but a different site called A Better Route Planner, I was able to map out an entire trip from Western New York State all the way through Newfoundland to the departure point in Fortune, Newfoundland, which is where I'd need to take the ferry over to Saint Pierre. So that was the optimism that led me to start the trip. Okay, I'm going to record the moment leaving for my big trip. It is now a little after 4 a.m. and I am heading out the door. This will be fun. Now, I actually left from Virginia to go on the trip. I planned it from Western New York, but instead left from Virginia, which took me up I-95. I crossed the George Washington Bridge over into the Bronx, and then went up through Connecticut, cut through Massachusetts, a little bit of New Hampshire, and then on to Maine, where I had reserved the hotel a couple months before. There's my exit. Finally made it. And this is where we're going, the Hollywood Casino Hotel. So parking in the hotel, one of the things that I wanted was an electric charging station, which this hotel does have. You can see them in listings when it says EV destination charger. So I should be able to plug this in and let it charge overnight, which I'm going to do. So that'll be, and I don't think there's a charge for this, so that'll be good. I'll have a full charge when I go to leave tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. And this is my room. So I got the most basic room they had, a single bed. Looks in fairly nice shape. I haven't really picked through the room yet, but they do have some complimentary water, a fridge, empty, I guess that's for your own stuff. And as far as the bathroom. It's kind of quaint. I like the colors. Not high end, but it's put together nicely. Looks pretty clean. I don't see anything really troubling in the shower. Obviously, I'll have to see how it works. But for now, that's what I have. They have the shower conditioner and shower gel, which I don't use stuff out of hotels. I'll use bar soap. That's how you know I'm a boomer. But I made it, and this is my first hotel room of my trip. It's a nice view of the river across from the hotel, but unfortunately it's also right over the dumpsters, so I get a good view of both. Okay, it's now the next day. Another rainy, drizzly morning in Bangor, Maine. No time to really tourist today in Bangor. I will be coming back through, so we'll see how that works when we come back the second time. As far as the car, it had been charging all night. It got up to 99%, which all of that was a free charge on the hotel charger. So 99%, and I'm gonna need all of that to go where I'm going. I sent in the directions to where I'm going, so hopefully there won't be an issue there. So I'm gonna head out and see how we make out. Canada, actually it wasn't that dramatic. A couple questions and then I'm through. So on to the first charging stop. I switched the display to kilometers instead of miles, so now I can tell how fast I'm going in Canada. It used to be on my speedometer, you'd have to look at the tiny little numbers. Now I can see nice big letters showing kilometers instead of miles. While the video is playing of my drive through New Brunswick and then into Nova Scotia, one stressful part of it was realizing that once I left the second Tesla supercharger, that I did not have enough electricity to get to my hotel in North Sydney, Nova Scotia. When I ran the navigator, it showed a reading of -4 even after a full charge at the second Tesla stop. So I was a little stressed out. When I put in the route planner initially, it said that I had to stop at a station, an Electrify Canada supercharger, which was nice and fast and would get me the rest of the way. But that day when I went to check it on PlugShare app, it was out of order. So I all of a sudden couldn't go on my third and necessary planned stop to get to my destination. So after a little bit of panic, I found a different station that I had to sign up for the particular app that it used to charge through. I managed to sign up for it on the fly, found it, charged up a necessary amount, and then made it to my destination. And we made it into North Sydney, just a little from the hotel. Hotel North is what I'm looking for. I see a big ship on the water over there. Not sure if that's the ferry for tonight or not. Ours is tomorrow night. Wouldn't surprise me if it is. And here we are, Hotel North. So we arrived with 10% left in the battery, which is better than the 6% last night, and certainly better than the minus 4% that it forecast earlier today. So I'm glad the one charge worked out. So I'm gonna get into the room and get my stuff and go from there. And good morning, it's now the morning. And it was quite the stormy night last night, but it's cleared off a little bit. So now I can actually see the ferry from my hotel window. I was able to upgrade to a cabin, so I'm looking forward to that. But I'm going to be spending the day in North Sydney, and hopefully a lot less rain than yesterday. Certainly looks a little better. Before leaving, I wanted to point out one thing that was kind of strange in the bathroom. If you look at the shower, you see how far out the shower curtain rod bows out from the shower itself, and you'll notice that there's no shower liner. So it's kind of funny because I'm used to either a shower liner or a door where when you put the curtain around, there's quite a gap there. So when I took my shower, I ended up with quite a lot of water on the floor, which I mopped up with the floor mat, but I thought that was a little strange. Check out a better view of the outside of the hotel. It has a nice overlook over North Sydney proper, not just the ferry, which is there. But if I walk out to the edge of the parking lot, there's North Sydney, Nova Scotia. So the car's loaded up, and the first place I want to head to is to get a fast charger so that I can get some juice into this car. Got plenty of time today. Maybe while I'm over there waiting, I'll think about where I'm going to go to tourist a little in North Sydney this morning. So that's the next step. Okay, I've found a fast charger at a Petro-Canada station, so let's get out and see what we're able to come up with. So we're now hooked up and charging, and so now I can go inside, and so it take an hour to charge up. So I'll sit here for a while, and then I'll be good to go on the ferry tonight. The Port of Sydney is a destination for Holland America cruises. So when I went looking for the calling card of the world's largest fiddle, I happened to be there when Holland America ship had stopped. And so, of course, I blended in with all the other tourists that were checking out the shops, checking out the restaurant, and, of course, standing in front of the fiddle, getting their picture taken. From there, it was back to North Sydney to basically wait out the ferry, which wasn't leaving until much later in the evening. So there were two public parks that I had seen: Indian Beach, right next to the ferry terminal, and a little farther down, Monroe Park, which people online had said they used to basically wait close by where they could kill time before heading onto the ferry. So that's what I did. This is the Indian Beach site right off the port of New Sydney. So I came here to get some nice shots of North Sydney and the harbor. And actually there's multiple boats there now. You can't see them from the side, but they've got at least 3 boats in there in various stages of loading and unloading. The interesting thing about this particular boat is this was the exact boat that I came back on several days later on my return trip. So it was interesting that I got a good chance to see it moving and got some good shots of it at this time. From there, I headed through North Sydney over to Monroe Park to check that out. Monroe Park has a PBY plane on a tower display. Also, there's a war memorial and some nice views of the harbor and some benches to relax on. So I walked around and relaxed for a few minutes. So I got back to Indian Beach in time to see the ferry that I would be going on that night coming in and docking. So it would have to get in, unload. I'd have to get in line and wait. So it took several hours for all of that to happen. It was still daylight here, but by the time it was time to leave, it was nighttime. The boat didn't actually leave until about midnight.